Congratulations, you're on session 3. This is probably my favorite, and I hope you get to see the value of productivity. And when it comes to content creation and visual storytelling, when you can create, there's nothing better in making you be more focused, getting clear, and your heart just exploding in excitement. And I want that for you. Quickly, 3 years ago, spent 49 days on my back thinking. After a stroke, it got me to think, to reflect. And I want you to think, reflect. Because when you do, you have that self-awareness. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? As Brendan Burchard would say, one of my top mentors, top mentors. The other is who you're looking at, Daniel Priestley, key person of influence. Because when you have a chance to reflect, to think, you get off the busy bus and you get on a purpose plane. When you get on that purpose plane, it's going to a destination. It's quiet. It's less distracting. Bus, loud, stops at all kinds of different stops, eventually gets you there. But if you're not getting off of the bus, the busy bus, and getting on the purpose plane, productivity will always be a struggle. And what I want you to grasp this is you got to have that self-awareness. You got to have that moment where you say, enough of the distractions, enough of running around and being so busy, don't even know what I did. So for you, it could be this moment where you say, I'm tired of being busy. I'm tired of being distracted. I'm tired of being tired because I don't have that crystal clear purpose. I'm not on the plane. Okay. Just took you through a visual storytelling. And I want that for you. I want you to slow down. You got to think. You got to get clear. You got to know what you want to do. When you start creating, and that's the topic of this, is content creation. When you start creating, we're born to create. We're born to create, not consume. When we spend 4 hours of watching TV and up to 3 hours of scrolling, and we check our email first thing and we get into other people's priorities, and we're getting into other people's lives because we're consuming their life, you'll never be productive. It's got to be, you've got to create your life. Your life is worth creating, but you got to make that decision. You got to get off the busy bus and you got to get on that purpose plane. So for us, that is our ecosystem. You got to have a path. This is our path for you to scale and grow. And you can go to pk.me/masterclass. It's your gift. Don't even need to give me anything. Just, it's my gift to you. Because being productive is creating. Being productive is storytelling. Your pitch, your story. That's what people remember. My short pitch is we generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. Now, I had to think this through. I had to have my moment of self-reflection. 49 days sitting, doing nothing, learning to eat, to talk, to go to the bathroom, to shower, to walk. I used to run 20 plus peach trees. I used to play golf 5 days a week. Loved it. When I'd wake up at 5 in the morning, now I get up at 3:30. I would think, okay, I'm going to bust my butt at work, and then I'm going to go play golf and compete and just be outdoors with the guys. That's gone. My golf is creating now. That's my golf high. My runner's high is journaling. You just reset. When life resets you, I didn't think I was going to have a stroke at 64. Didn't think I was going to lose my left side. Didn't think I'd be still going 3 years later to therapy. Physical and occupational. 4 hours a week. 4 days a week I'm at the gym. Working, getting that body back. I heard, I don't know if it's accurate. I don't even know if I want to accept it because I won't. 8 years. It's going to take 8 years to get back to not even normal, but a new normal. 8 years. So you have to reset. You have to reset everything. You got to say, does your life matter? Have you done right today where it matters? Do you want to make an impact? Or do you want to be busy? If you want to stay on the busy bus, it ain't going to happen. You got to get off the busy bus. You got to make a decision. And the decision is schedule a strategy session with us. Let me understand where you are, where you want to go. What are your dreams? Because being productive, everybody's got 24 hours. Everybody. Some use it better than others. And if you're not using that 24 hours every single day, like I live every single day like it's my last. Because one day I'm going to be right. But until then, I'm going to make the biggest impact. As I say, be bold, make an impact, and have fun. I'm going to make the biggest impact globally. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to put fear in that small little box, put it under lock and key, and keep it small. And I'm going to grow faith, and I'm going to grow courage, and I'm going to make an impact, helping people like yourself to reassess, to make that decision. I want to get off that busy bus. I want to get off of it. I want to get on the purpose plane. I want my life to matter. I want to have fun. I want to be bold. When you do that, things change. I don't wake up to an alarm. I get up at 3:30. It's almost magical. 3:30. I get my 7.5 hours. I'm in bed pretty early, but I do get good rest because that's part of the journey. You gotta have good rest. You got to keep this mind fresh. You got to be tackling and making every day matter. Living on purpose, showing up on purpose, having a conversation on purpose. Every single moment trying to get, it's almost like a plane. It always gets off track, getting on track. What's my purpose of this meeting? What's my purpose of this content that I'm creating for you? Because I want you to grasp the fact that content is creating. Consuming other people's life is not going to fill your life. So when we talk about content creation, we talk about creation. We talk about creating your life. That's what we want for your journey. Mine had to switch, not because I made that decision. It was made for me, but I had 49 days to think, and then many months. Today, I still think for hours. I journal, I plan, and I implement. Every day is a masterpiece. Every day, I want to reflect on the day. I meditate. I have an active brain. I'm dyslexic. It's a weird combination. The active brain's enough. Dyslexia. I lived in fear my whole life because I labeled myself as slow. Couldn't spell. Now I can with the assistance of technology, Siri and Alexa. Oops. just activated my secret weapon of spelling. So now I can write because I don't get stuck on the busy bus. I have a strategy to keep it flowing, to write. Because when I stumble on a word I don't know how to spell, I use the S word and the A word, depending on where I am. If I'm mobile, it's the S word. If I'm at my office, it's the A word. And that word just keeps me moving, keeps me flowing. Because writing is creating. And when you're stuck on not knowing the spelling of a word, you're stuck. But you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. People used to say, just look it up in the dictionary. I said, yeah, it'd be great if I knew how to spell the first letter. You got to at least start. But now I just sound it out. And I tell you that to encourage you, to challenge yourself, to get off that busy bus. Start creating your content. Start visually telling a story. We have 6 major trends. It's the best time to be alive. The best time. Absolutely the best. Nothing close. I'm 67. It's by far. I mean, it's crazy. You have digital. This is a digital. Creating is digital. That means it's we're in a global. People can see this around the world. You can act local, but you got to think global because it's a digital world now. Entrepreneurship has never been easier to start. That doesn't mean it's easy once you get doing it. It's tough. It's real tough. And let me see, it's real tough because I'm going to pull up one thing which I think is pertinent for what I'm saying right now. You got to generate leads. You have to create cash flow and you got to build a thriving community, meaning there's no such thing as a solo entrepreneur. It's a team sport. And that sport is communities. So you got to build your community. That's what we do here. We generate leads, we create cash flow, and build thriving communities. And when you're seeing that you have an actual business, it's not a hobby, it's a business. And we need people like you to get off that busy bus, to say, did my life matter? Did I love? Did I have fun? You always hear me say, be bold, make a difference, and have fun. That's my three. No, not three. It's what I love about my mindset is now. Yes, I'm learning. I'm in a wheelchair right now. Can you hear it? No. Can you see it? No, you can't. I don't walk in a wheelchair, but I create in a wheelchair. It's the most comfortable chair I have. And it's what I got at Shepherd. I spent 39 of those 49 days at Shepherd thinking, what do I want my life to be? Now that I don't have a left side, now that I can't run, now that I can't play golf 5 days a week, what am I going to reset? It took some time. It took thinking, took journaling. I've been journaling since I got out. I write all the time. This is a guy that flunked English in high school. I couldn't write my way out of a paper bag, a wet paper bag. But now it's different. I have flow. I have a system. Technology's caught up with me. Now I can spell because I have assistance from my A and my S. Okay. So I tell you this to tell you that content creation and visual storytelling. Got to have, like Daniel Priestley, one of my mentors, got to have your pitch down. You got to build your digital profile. That's a content piece, the podcast, the book. You got to have things that people can consume because 7-11-4 is they have to consume 7 hours of you. They have to make 11 buying signals and they have to see you on 4 different platforms. When they do, click, the brain shifts to know, like, and trust. So you have to be a content creator. That's what we're focused on this session. You've got to be a content creator because if you don't, you won't take advantage of the global opportunity that we have now and the entrepreneurial opportunity and the AI trend, the Bitcoin through cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, the mobile. Everybody, billions of people have a supercomputer in their hand. I don't know what the number is, but it's a lot. So they can look you up. They meet you, they're going to check you out. If they don't see anything, the journey is over with you. But if you give them, like, go ahead and search Pete Kane. Put podcast on there because I am Podcast Pete. I didn't put a middle initial in there like Stephen A. Smith because Pete Kane's a common name. So I became Podcast Pete. I love podcasting. It just fills my heart. Curiosity, learning, and creating. And that's what it is. I get to meet people. I get to find out about a person. I get to share their story with the world. And I want to share it with you. So go to pkane.me and we can have you on the podcast. But I got to know about you. I got to do a strategy session with you. I got to get an idea where you're going so we can do that. The product is our ecosystem. That is the masterclass that I'm giving you. And when you have that, let me see there we go. You got to learn to present. We have live events. We have virtual events. We do summits. We want you to learn how to present yourself. Visual storytelling. Bring your ideal prospect into your world. Disrupt their world and take them on a journey of what's possible. Because when you start to think and you start to journal and you start to have clarity in your life, everything changes. You start creating your life. When you start creating your life, it's a masterpiece. The magic is in you, and anything is possible. And so when you look at the fifth P in this book by Daniel Priestley, partnerships, collaboration, joint ventures. I don't go to events to look for a client. I look for collaboration. I look for partnerships. I look for people that we have common interests, that we can team up. Because remember, entrepreneurship is a team sport. There's no such thing as solo. Don't think about yourself as solo entrepreneur. You are a team. You're putting your team together. And being productive, creating content, and visually storytelling can help you to create your life. So we use a lot of tools. We're going to get AI. We have a course to help you use AI, because if you're not taking advantage of these 6 trends and you're not aware of them because you're on the busy bus, you're going to miss out. And you don't want that kind of regret. You can't get it back. This next couple years are going to be wild. You want to be creating your life. Because when you create your life, the heart fills, you're happy. There's nothing, you can't imagine the feeling you get when you get off that busy bus and get on that purpose plane. Get clarity in your life, live on purpose, live alive, be bold, make a difference, and have fun. Okay, so we're going to see you in the next session. You can put your comments below. We have some handouts for you. We want to help you to recognize that in productivity, it's content creation, it's visually storytelling, it's you creating your life. Okay, thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in the next session. Be bold, make a difference, and have fun.